Hey guys, welcome to today's FindTheBestCarPrice.com video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2021 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road. This model starts out at a base price of $34,565 before adding options. Let's get started with our tour. This is the TRD 4x4 version. And here are all of the features and functionality that you can expect to find on this army green model if it's something you wish to pick up. The 2021 Toyota Tacoma ranges in price from $27,230 to $47,030. It features multiple trim levels such as the SR, SR5, TRD Sport, TRD Off-Road, which is what we will be looking at in today's video, Limited, and the TRD Pro. The Tacoma featured in today's video features upgrades added by Tacoma Toyota that include the TRD Pro 4Runner wheels, a larger tire, and upgraded suspension. The exterior color of Army Green is accented by a blackout package. When it comes to the lighting, LED headlights work in conjunction with LED daytime running lights and LED taillights. Under the hood is a 3.5-liter V6 producing 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. The Tacoma TRD Off-Road has a part-time four-wheel drive system and electronically controlled transfer case. Power makes its way to the ground via a 6-speed automatic transmission, and gas mileage is estimated at 18 miles per gallon city, 22 highway, with a combined total of 20 miles per gallon, and is said to use 5 gallons per every 100 miles. Safety features are plentiful via Toyota Safety Sense, which includes features such as a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert, and a backup camera, among several additional features. The bed features a lockable tailgate and interior lighting. The payload numbers range from 1,050 to 1,355 pounds, and towing capacity comes in between 6,400 to 6,700 pounds. Stepping into the interior, you will find cloth seats, premium carpet mat set, a power driver's seat, an 8-inch touchscreen with all of the common features such as hands-free Bluetooth, a music USB port, USB charge ports, and of course, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Driver and passengers will stay comfortable with the dual-zone climate control and vents found in the front and rear seating areas. There is also a vehicle protection package that includes paint renewer cleaner, a paint sealant, fabric guard, and paint protection film. So an obvious question, Tom, what is the price of the Tacoma in the video today? $41,740. And keep in mind, Tacoma Toyota did make some additions and some upgrades as we talked about earlier, so you're going to see a little bit of a price increase, but that's going to come based on what's been added to make this truck a little bit better than it was when it originally hit the lot here at the dealership. So as we get out on the road here for a quick test drive, what are my impressions of this Tacoma? This is actually the first Tacoma I have driven in the history of my YouTube channel. Mainly because it's the first one I've had a chance to review. You know, just inventories being as thin as they are these days, that makes a difference. So, with the upgrades that Tacoma Toyota made to this model with the shocks and suspension, you're going to notice that maybe it's a little bit more rigid than it would be otherwise as far as ride quality goes. I don't want that to scare anybody off. It's not really a bad thing, so to speak. It just means that it has better capabilities off-road than it would otherwise. And the acceleration, it's a truck, okay? So it's not going to accelerate super fast, but you got a little more gear to turn with the larger tire size, a little bit taller tire, so that's going to make a difference. But overall, it's a very enjoyable truck to drive. I've driven it around a little bit, kind of changed spots for filming and different stuff like that, and it's quite maneuverable. In fact, you know, I need to start remembering to bring my drone so we can actually show a real life shot of the turning radius. And that's one thing a lot of people tend to complain about with trucks is the turning radius. And I have to say that the turning radius with this Tacoma is not bad. Let's see if we can get out here. We're going to cruise on down the road. Can't get on it too terribly much with this car in front of me, but just getting out to get in front of traffic, the acceleration is not bad. I mean, it's not really hurting for horsepower. It's less than 300 horsepower, but it's a truck. It's not super heavy, and that's a good thing. I mean, most people aren't going to buy a Tacoma for the purpose of strong acceleration, but you definitely have more than enough here to deal with getting up to highway speeds and whatever you need. And of course, a good balance of horsepower and torque for off-roading, because obviously this truck is intended to take off-road. So quite a bit of capabilities here. Very enjoyable to drive. Everything is user-friendly. That's one thing. I know I say this on a lot of my videos. I apologize if you hear it regularly, but for those out there who are maybe looking for a new vehicle, you haven't had one for probably 15, 20 years, something like that, and you're saying, well, I'm a little bit afraid of that new technology with the infotainment screen and all that stuff, and the things I hear a lot, well, that's just more stuff to break down. Well, that's why you have a warranty for one thing. If you have any problems, you've got a warranty to take care of those things when you're buying a brand new vehicle like this. But here's the good news. It's not hard to learn at all. There are some systems out there, I'm not going to name any names, that are definitely more difficult than others, but Toyota is not one of them. And with the safety features, I mentioned Toyota Safety Sense earlier. You've got great safety features. The truck is very usable as a truck. It also has a nice amount of interior space for driver and passengers. So depending on what your situation is, obviously, you can easily drive with 5 people in here down the road and get everyone down the road no problem. It is nice and comfortable. The seats themselves are definitely very comfortable. And being a truck, a lot of people are going to ask, well, what about the ride quality? How would you rate the ride quality, Tom? Well, here's the thing. This truck has good capabilities for off-roading. That's going to mean it might have a little bit more of a rigid ride with no cargo and with no trailer on the rear. And I know you're probably not going to have a trailer on a regular basis, but you might haul a payload that can make a difference in that area. But while you might notice a little bit of a difference, if it's just one person in the vehicle, you start getting more people in here, that's going to help smooth the ride out a little bit. But it's really not that bad overall. I mean, it is a truck. And like I say, with that upgraded suspension, the upgraded shocks, that's going to make a little bit of a difference. But, it comes with a benefit because the truck's more capable off-road than it would have been otherwise with the features and functionality that Yoakum Toyota has added. So ultimately, it's quite impressive. And here comes, even though the speed limit through this area is only 25 miles an hour, so I'm not going fast at all, but you might wonder, how does this truck corner? Well, we're about to find out. Just going through this little area right here, I'm not really going all that fast, but really a real world situation here. Just kind of cruising through here around the speed limit, a little bit more just for the sake of the video. Your corners extremely well. Really very minimal, almost no body roll. I know I'm not going all that terribly fast. We'll go through this corner a little bit faster. Yeah, very manageable. Very manageable. So overall, my ratings are good here. I really have to say, I'm very impressed with this. How would it compare to, say, a Honda Ridgeline? Well, maybe we should line that up side by side to give an example, but in a way that's really not comparing apples to apples, so to speak, as all that goes, because the Ridgeline is obviously a different truck altogether. It is capable of going off-road and doing very well, but this one's got a little bit more ride height, so that means you're going to have some changes in the suspension and the shocks and different areas like that. And all of that's going to contribute to overall ride quality, but also to the versatility of what you can actually do. Both trucks are great, but if you're looking for more of a true truck, you'd probably want to choose the Tacoma first, but it just depends on everybody's situation.
To learn more about the model in today's video, visit the link in the description for a detailed comparison between trims and pricing for the vehicle we featured or any other vehicle you are interested in. These pages feature information such as our recommended trim level based on price, value, and features. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. We look forward to seeing you next time.